We are 6 months into the year. Next week will be the halfway period of our podcast for 2026. We're very excited because we stayed consistent with our goal to hit an episode each week of 2026. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching these amazing episodes. Thank you for your comments and your likes and all your feedback that you've given us. Welcome to another amazing episode with us here at Osage Financial. In today's episode, trade decentralization. Our main accounting business, the clients that we have the most of are clients in the trades. And being accountants, we always check on trends, we always check on productivity, key performance indicators. We check on a lot of metrics. And one of the metrics that has continued to grow. Actually, this metric, I saw it the moment I walked into my first job as an accountant in the trades, is that people that do side jobs, they're increasing in the amount of side jobs they're doing, and the revenue that they're getting from the side jobs is increasing. This is called decentralization, where a technician may have a main job as a plumber, as an HVAC technician, as a truck driver, as something else. And then they'll take their skills, they'll take their knowledge, and then apply those skills and knowledge to other jobs outside of their main job. Meaning a plumber can get a toilet install job outside of their main job. A plumber can get a water heater install job outside of the main job, water line, any type of work that requires their trained skills, they will do that work outside of their main employer, outside of their regular job. This continues to create what's called decentralization. It's decentralizing the trades knowledge from being controlled by the employer who employs these technicians to the technicians taking their skills and using the skills elsewhere. We love it. It's good for the consumer because the consumer gets to have the ability to price shop. In a way, it's also good for the companies because now the companies can choose to employ these people as 1099 subcontractors and reduce their labor burden because now they don't have to pay for the employer taxes on an individual who may otherwise want to do business elsewhere or who may want to leverage their skills elsewhere. They don't have the other employment taxes that carry this labor. There may be some things required in relation to skills training, weekly training, daily training. All the companies in the trades will recommend that they do weekly training with their employees so that these employees stay technically proficient. So now, because of trade decentralization, the employer can just hire this technician as a 1099 technician per job, reducing their labor costs, reducing the operational costs, because now as a 1099 technician, this technician can just use their own work vehicle to be able to go and service the customer, depending on what kind of job this is. Trade decentralization, right, is good for the customer, increases price competition between companies and tradespeople that have their own side jobs, side hustles. It's good for the companies because now they can reduce their labor burden efficiently by hiring these tradespeople as 1099 contractors. It's also good for the vendors. These vendors can now increase their account base. Whereas in a metropolitan area, they could have 1,000 accounts with major companies, maybe some small individuals, small companies, to increasing the account base where these tradespeople are opening their own accounts. Now, where tradespeople that take side jobs seriously and move in the direction of decentralization, of taking more work themselves, must be careful is they must operate as a business. They must see themselves, their work as a business. Whether you're working with a primary employer doing plumbing, over the weekends, at nights, on your off day, you do side jobs. Those side jobs, the income that you recognize from those side jobs should go into your LLC, should go into your business. You must separate yourself from the work that you do, from you as an individual that collects that income to your business that collects that income. This is very important for taxation. This is very important if you do decide to scale your side job, if you do decide to scale your LLC into something bigger. Or when you decide to be a subcontractor to bigger companies, where a bigger company may have a trenching job, a sewer line that they cannot fulfill themselves because of employment. They might not have enough employees available to fulfill the job, but they have the marketing and the resources to be able to capture that customer, and they can subcontract that work to you. When you have an LLC, you could utilize that LLC to be able to perform that job. and importantly, taxation-wise, business-wise, and then you can compensate yourself from that LLC. You allow yourself to scale, and when you have an LLC, you allow yourself to think like a business. So trade decentralization is growing everywhere, especially in the big metropolitan areas. I've seen it happen in the countryside as well. It's just that the customer base and the customer demand is a little bit lower. People must understand, if you want to grow a business to $1 million, $2 million, $3 million or more, simple knowledge states that the operating area where you're at is a likelihood or is a key indicator of your ability to be able to reach that target. If you're in a small city, third tier city, 50,000 people or less, and you want to run $1 million trades business, that business is limited to that 50,000 customer base, right? Unless you're closer to a metropolitan city, then that means you have to also target those customers in that metropolitan area. So look, if you are in the trades, if you're a technician in the trades, and you most likely already do side jobs anyways, you should create an LLC to be able to perform these jobs, have the revenue from the side work that you're working go into your LLC, scale that business, think like a business person, grow like a business person. It's good for the customers because now they have price competition. Don't steal customers from your current employer. There's plenty of customers to be had. Those customers that you do have, though, treat them like customers into your business. Don't treat them like, hey, I'm doing you a favor, charging you a little bit less to be able to perform this work. Yes, you're doing them a favor. Yes, you're charging a little bit less. However, you are a business. You must operate as a business. You must give that customer an invoice. You must deposit that revenue into your business bank account. You mustn't recognize that revenue. Because the trades are decentralizing doesn't mean that they should be disintegrating. Doesn't mean that the quality of work should be diminishing. Doesn't mean that the quality of accounting should be diminishing. The quality should increase. Just as the companies that are vendors to this trades industry, supplying water heaters, supplying parts and supplies, they will benefit from the decentralization because now they have more accounts coming into their business. Accounting should benefit because now we have more people doing business and more people needing professional services. If you need professional services, click the link below, get in touch with us here at Osage Financial. We'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. Remember, in today's episode, trade decentralization is happening everywhere. However, it must happen business-wise with an LLC. Grow your side work, grow your trade with an LLC. Even if you currently have an employer, that's fine. Do the best job for that employer. When an opportunity comes over the weekend and someone needs some work done, do that work through your LLC, grow that revenue. Open an account with a vendor, grow that revenue. Thank you for watching this amazing episode with us at Osage Financial. See you guys in the next one.